John and his son Matthew there. We'll talk more about the Padres in the 6 o'clock hour. But right now we go to Lake Elsinore, home of the Padres single-A team, the Lake Elsinore Storm. We are joined by Storm GM. Now, Raj, you're going to have to help me with the last name before. Please pronounce your last name for me so I don't blow it on TV.
Narayanan.
Raj, welcome to the show. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm excited about what's going to be happening Friday. Let's talk a little bit about we have a full-page graphic up right now. Storm will be hosting the Padres. I'm told this is the first time you've ever played the big club on your diamond. Is that correct?
No, it's not. We played them in 2010 before.
So it's the first time in 7 years that you've played them.
Yeah, first time in 7 years. We're excited to host them. We're excited to host the Padres young players that are coming up and causing a stir down there, including some of our former players like Hunter Renfroe, who made a big splash when he landed last year, and Travis Jankowski and Corey Spangenberg. So it's going to be an exciting game on Friday. It's a sold-out crowd. And we're excited to be a Padres partner.
I bet you are. At this point right now, do you know who your opening day roster, or who's going to be on your opening day roster, or is that still to be decided?
It's still to be decided, as usual, which, when you're in the minor leagues, you kind of get used to those kinds of movements and wait until the last minute. But we're confident in the Padres management and looking forward to having a great team.
Our sports photographer, Joaquin Duncan, got up to the diamond a little early to show some pictures of the improvements. You can't see the video, but give us a little idea of what's new at the ball yard.
Well, there's a lot of new things in this ball yard, and really we couldn't have done any of it without our assistant general manager, Tim Arsenault. You might have possibly seen him in the shot earlier. He made most of that happen. But where we're standing right now is one of our new ADA areas that we put in to be more friendly to ADA accessible, avenues. But throughout the ballpark, all the seating's new. We have 4 top sections, sort of like the Padres do in the outfield, at the top of both dugouts. We have bar top seating behind home plate that allows for more of a social atmosphere, and finally some padded cushion seats behind home plate as well. But we're also excited about the Thunder section, the big green area that you might see in the background. That Thunder's our mascot, and we wanted to do something that gave kids a place to go, so he's going to pop up there to take some pictures and have some great family time. So a lot of good things that we've done to make this more of a social atmosphere, make this more fan-friendly, and we already thought we had a great ballpark. I think we have the best ballpark in the Cal League now. So,
Raj, assuming you're a 9 or a 10 if you play in the big leagues, using the scale of 1 to 10, what's the difference between a single-A athlete and a guy who makes the big leagues?
It's little things for the most part. We've always said that at our level, at the advanced A level, this is the proving grounds. You really start to see separation between who's got the talent and who doesn't. So when you see in the past, when we saw Hunter Renfroe, you could just tell there was something different about some of those guys. But sometimes it's just developmental, and they find a little thing here and there, and that's really all they're missing. And then they make the move to the next level, and then the next level after that. So as you can tell, we're getting ready for this game, so there's a lot of movement here.
Raj, we have a graphic. We have a graphic we're going to throw up right here. There is a big difference in average salary in the big leagues. The average salary now over $4 million. At your level, it's somewhere between $10,000 to $12,000 a year. It's a different lifestyle, is it not, in the minors? Can you talk a little bit about what's life like in Class A ball?
Yeah, it's a lot of travel, but this is where you really chase your dream. So these guys are out here chasing that dream that I'm sure some of us had growing up to be a big league ball player. But for our guys, they live with host families for the most part. It's bus trips every day. So the 70 home games that they have, that's great. But outside of that, they're on the road, traveling to places like San Bernardino and Lancaster and Rancho Cucamonga and staying overnight in San Jose and Visalia and Modesto and Stockton. So it's a lot of travel and a lot of wear and tear on these guys when really they're playing 140 games in 152 days.
That's insane.
That's mind-boggling to me.
Hollywood has done a pretty good job of depicting life in the minor leagues. When you watch a movie like Bull Durham or something, does it ring true to you?
Somewhat. I think Bull Durham, obviously, for as great a movie and as much of a classic as it was, is a little different now. But there's some truth to that. These guys bust everything they got to make this happen. You know, they're hustling every single day, and sometimes it starts to show. But this is what you do when you chase a dream, you know, and more power to these guys for doing it.
You know, the beauty of minor league baseball is the creative promotions you guys can do that maybe you can't do at the big league level. Whatever happened to the Storm's flying squirrel?
Ace, the fastest squirrel in the world, is still here, and he will probably make an appearance against the Padres. And I know Padres fans loved him, too, as a rally squirrel, but he's still here. We still have all of our characters. Jackpot's still around. Thunder's still around. But you're right. It's 100% about the promotions that we put together, and you know, we have our I think this is our 10th or 11th Star Wars night coming up, so that's going to be a huge promotion for us. But yeah, that's one of the ways that we separate ourselves, is to be funny and realize that it's as much as it is a game, we have to entertain people and bring them back.
So we're going to throw the graphic up one more time. If you're not holding a ticket for Friday night, you're not getting in, right? There's no tickets to be had.
No, you can get in. We have lawn seats still, so you can do lawn seats or standing room only seats, but all the actual seats in the ballpark are pretty much gone.
And Raj, what about the Tuesday night? You got SDSU coming up, right?
That's another exciting thing for us. Yeah, SDSU is hosting UCLA right here at the Diamond. Some of you might remember that we hosted the regionals a couple of years ago. So that should be a lot of fun, Tuesday the 4th at 6 p.m. And then opening day is April 6th. So it's a good start for us, and then we wrap up our first homestand and roll into another college game with USD coming up here, playing Cal State Fullerton. So a lot of moving pieces, but a lot of ways for us to show off the ballpark too.
Well, thank you. I know you're very, very busy. I know you got 1,000 things to do. We certainly appreciate you spending some time with us. We'll see you again live Friday. I suspect every San Diego station will be up there, but remember who was there on Wednesday. Raj, thank you very much.
You guys have covered us well in the past. Thank you.
You bet. So, Pods and the Class A team, I thought it was their first encounter ever. See, that's what happens when you're just not.
You learned something new.
Yes.
You could look at it that way,
Great.
too.
Thank you, Paul. KUSI News at 6 is up next. Stay with us.